my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
On first down, it's Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
On third and long, it's Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Five. Here we go. Check.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Throwing on second and long. Allen.
They just gave up a sack.
It's caught inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen looking for the end. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Noah Fant His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2, Keenum. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
56, right there, 56. Take me up.
Keenum on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, it's Mack. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Keenum under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Keenum now to throw. Going for it all. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Keenum now to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
First and 10 at the 23.
Stop. On first down, Allen. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Here's Allen to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on first down, Allen, he's going to rifle. It got his man complete. 33 yards that time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To the air, Allen. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
53's the mic.
Middle.
3's the mic. Watch the pass.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Keenum on first down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Good job, fellas.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They run with Connor. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he's able to get it out of there. Taken right around the 44. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go! Let's go!
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And now this pass brought in by Brown.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
You can't block me.
Off the play fake, Keenum. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down. Mack. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and a yard. Keenum got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
Here goes the hot. Round 20. I got one.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now it's Keenum. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations, so it is harder to defend.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. This is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Let's go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Allen. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Alert! Here we go.
Allen going to throw again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 21 yards away. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on now, let's go.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. He completes this one to Mack. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. He's going to protect you.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's Keenum. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Lions will take over. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. From the 44, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Keenum going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And that one travels out of bounds. So a bad break there, and that will thwart any chance that they had of coming back.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Keenum now on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on second and long. Keenum. This will be caught by Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now Keenum. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Keenum now, 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Keenum. The throw taken in by Cole. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go, D.
Again, they'll throw with Keenum. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Lions, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real.